Manchester United fans, we have finally taken our revenge on Tottenham, and not quietly, not narrowly, but loudly and emphatically. We didn't just beat Tottenham, we disgraced them at Old Trafford, the very ground where statements are made. I told you before this game, I told you with my full chest that this is a new Manchester United. The reason Tottenham beat us last season wasn't because they were better, it was because we were still the old Manchester United, a team unsure of itself, no confidence, no direction. But now, Michael Carrick has stepped into this club with one clear mission: to rewrite the story, to change the narrative, to remind everyone exactly who Manchester United are. They laughed at us, they said we were finished, they said we were living off old glories, they said what we were seeing was nothing more than a manager bounce, that it wouldn't last. They called it a one-off performance, they told us we couldn't beat teams that sit deep. They kept bringing up that Everton game where we lost to 10 men, they kept using it again and again to traumatize this fan base and question everything we were trying to build. But today this is a new Manchester United under Michael Carrick, and we just shut every single one of them up, and the beautiful thing about it is this: we are all alive to witness it. This is now for wins in a row under Michael Carrick, and I need serious answers from everyone who called this a fluke. Look at this performance, look at this team, look at Manchester United winning 4 games on the bounce. Now tell me, with a straight face, does that look like a mistake? Does that look like a one-off? I want them to talk again, I really do, because I want to hear how they will explain this. Is it a joke that in Michael Carrick's first 4 games where he faced 3 of the big 6 and destroy all of them? Is it luck that you keep 2 clean sheets at Old Trafford against Manchester City and Tottenham, teams that have embarrassed us time and time again? Is it coincidence that you then go to Arsenal, in front of their fans, and beat them on their own ground? For games, for wins, and the last time Manchester United did this was back in February 2024 under Erik ten Hag, and it has taken 2 long years to see it again. Now here we are, after 2 years to do it again in February 2026. Today, Tottenham got exactly what they served us, and karma didn't waste any time returning the favor, it came back fast, brutal, and in grand style. Think about it for a moment. Remember last season, right here at Old Trafford, when Bruno Fernandes saw red? Remember how Tottenham beat us in front of our own fans, how painful that day was, how heartbreaking it felt. They showed no mercy once we went a man down. They didn't slow the game, they didn't manage it, they went straight for our throat and punished us without hesitation. And it didn't even stop there. Earlier this season, at their own ground, we were leading them by a goal, completely in control, until disaster struck again. Sesko picked up an injury, we had already exhausted all our substitutions, and once more Manchester United were forced to play with 10 men. Tottenham sensed blood, they clawed their way back into the game, but even then, we refused to lose. We fought, we resisted, and we grabbed a late goal to secure a draw. But today? The table finally turned. Today, Tottenham experienced exactly what it feels like to be on the other side. They tasted what it means to play with 1 man down, to be helpless, to be punished. And today, Manchester United didn't show mercy. Today, we ended that long, painful run without beating Tottenham, and we did few weeks after we also ended that long drought against Arsenal. And all of this has one common factor, one clear reason: Michael Carrick. Now let's go deep into today's analysis. Please don't go anywhere, stay with me as I unravel this game step by step, because there is so much to talk about and so much to appreciate in this performance. If you're enjoying this breakdown already, kindly give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more Manchester United football analysis, and everything that keeps us connected and engaged as fans. Now let's get into it. We started the game with real intensity, real purpose, and real authority. From the very first minutes, you could see it clearly, we were comfortable on the ball, playing out from the back with confidence, not panic. The spacing was right, the angles were right, and the players knew exactly where the next pass was coming from. At the same time, we pressed them high up the pitch, not reckless pressing, but coordinated pressing, forcing Tottenham's goalkeeper to go long, and when that happens it played straight into our hands. That was part of the plan. The moment the ball went long, we were already set up to win it back, either the first ball or the second ball, and immediately reset our attack. That constant pressure never allowed Tottenham to settle, never allowed them to build rhythm, and it sent a very early message: this was going to be a long day for them. They also executed perfectly what we spoke about tactically during the pre-match show, especially on the left side. Luke Shaw was once again used as the overlapping fullback, while Dalot tucked in to form a back three during our build-up. That small adjustment made a massive difference. It gave us stability at the back, but more importantly, it created overloads on the left side. You could see how much threat Shaw offered from the left. He had many shots on target. We all know this team doesn't have a natural, direct winger on that left flank who constantly isolates defenders, so the solution was movement and structure. Luke Shaw pushing high and wide gave us extra passing options, helped us recycle possession, and stretched Tottenham horizontally. By stretching them on both sides of the pitch, we forced their defensive line to shift constantly, creating spaces between the lines and making it harder for them to stay compact. If you watched closely, and this is where the game gets really interesting, you'll notice that Mbeumo was the main presence on the left side for large spells of the game. That wasn't accidental. Cunha was constantly drifting into midfield, operating in that false nine role, linking play, pulling defenders out of position, and occupying central spaces. Whenever Cunha dropped deep, Mbeumo intelligently covered for him, either holding the left channel or moving inside when needed. Cunha spent most of the game in that false nine zone, while Mbeumo adapted seamlessly, offering balance and width. And it didn't stop there. Bruno also rotated into the left side at different moments. When Cunha dropped into midfield and Mbeumo shifted centrally to cover the false nine position, Bruno would drift wide to maintain structure. The key idea here was simple but crucial: the left side was never left to Luke Shaw alone. Tottenham are extremely dangerous from wide areas, and Carrick made sure we always had bodies, rotations, and support on that flank. That constant movement confused their defensive shape, disrupted their pressing triggers, and allowed Manchester United to stay in control for long periods of the game. Tottenham came into this game with a very clear mindset. They were happy to sit back, soak up pressure, frustrate us, and wait for mistakes, missed passes, loose touches, broken structure, just so they could spring forward on the counter. That was their entire game plan. Not to dominate, not to control, but to disrupt our attacking rhythm, block our final passes, and then try to hurt us when we least expected it. At the same time, they weren't completely giving up the ball either. They wanted just enough possession to slow the game down and break our momentum whenever they could. It was a very cautious, reactive approach, and you could tell they came to Old Trafford with fear, not belief. If you paid close attention, especially in those early phases, you'd notice something important. Every time Mbeumo tried to make a run in behind, Tottenham's central defenders immediately stepped in to cut it out. And the reason for that was simple: they were set up in a back five. So whenever we stretched them wide or tried to open gaps, there were always 5 defenders collapsing into the box. That numerical advantage meant that when we attempted that final killer pass, there was always an extra body there to intercept it. It's the main reason we didn't get that first goal much earlier, not because we weren't playing well, but because they were crowding dangerous areas and sacrificing everything just to block us. They weren't brave, they were desperate. But even with all that, we still created chances. Plenty of them. In that first half alone, we missed opportunities that could easily have put the game to bed early. And that tells you something about this team. We create chances for fun now. This is not a coincidence. It's because of how we use the ball. We don't keep possession just to pad statistics or look good on paper. When we have the ball, we are direct. We attack with intent. We always look to move it forward, to hurt teams, to ask questions. That's why chances keep coming. However, today you could also see a new layer to our game. We didn't rush everything. We deliberately slowed things down at certain moments, not to kill our own attack, but to stop ourselves from constantly giving the ball away. That balance, knowing when to accelerate and when to pause, was crucial. It helped us control the tempo, dominate possession more effectively, and completely dictate the flow of the game. And make no mistake about it, we were in full control even before the red card. The structure was solid, the midfield was compact, and Tottenham were barely getting out. But once that red card came, it only tilted the balance further in our favor. It didn't suddenly give us control, it confirmed the control we already had. From that moment on, the game was being played on our terms, at our pace, and in our stadium, and it didn't take long at all after that red card for us to make it count. Almost immediately, we punished them, and not by accident, but through a brilliant, well-worked routine from a corner kick, finished off by Mbeumo to open the scoring. That goal was so important, not just because it put us ahead, but because of how it came. When you're playing against a team defending deep with 5 at the back, chances in open play don't come easy. Spaces are tight, bodies are everywhere, and every pass is contested. In games like this, you must take any opportunity you get, a set piece, a free kick, a loose ball in the box, anything that can break that deadlock. Once that first goal goes in, everything changes. Confidence rises, pressure shifts, and suddenly the doors begin to open. But even after that goal, the game was far from simple. Going into the second half, Tottenham dropped even deeper. 5 at the back became almost 7 at times, with everyone behind the ball. They were defending extremely deep, compact, and narrow, making it very difficult to find spaces between the lines. We had the ball, we dominated territory, but breaking that kind of low block is never easy. That's why you saw us trying something different, shots from outside the box. We tested their goalkeeper repeatedly, and to be fair, he kept them in the game with several good saves. On another day, 1 or 2 of those go in and the scoreline looks very different much earlier. Then came the turning point. The moment Tottenham decided to change their approach. As soon as they made substitutions and tried to bring on more attackers, their defensive structure loosened. The moment they stopped protecting that 5-man defensive line and tried to play football, they paid for it. In less than 2 minutes, we punished them immediately. No hesitation, no mercy. And that right there was the perfect example of everything I said earlier, that 5-man defense was the only thing keeping them alive in this game. The second they shifted from defense to attack, even slightly, the space appeared, and we destroyed them. Let's take a moment to really appreciate Bruno Fernandez, because this man has been absolutely sensational. Since Michael Carrick arrived, he hasn't just been playing, he's been dominating every game, contributing with at least 1 goal involvement in each match. Consistency like this is rare, and Bruno has been delivering it game after game. Last game, he provided that crucial assist that gave us the victory, and today, he went 1 step further, scoring the final goal to seal the win. And that wasn't just any goal, that goal marked a massive milestone, 200 goal involvements in his Manchester United career. Think about that for a second. 200 goal involvements. That's not luck, that's brilliance, vision, and relentless work rate. He's playing the game of his life right now, and the best part? He's doing it in a position that gives him attacking freedom, the position that allows him to dictate play, drive forward, pick passes, and finish with authority. This is Bruno Fernandes at his absolute peak, and watching him thrive under Carrick's system is pure football magic.